Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is in Chiva. So I'm just documenting my journey to going and meeting the constructor, the construction company that is working with us to buy the material of Paseta. Let me thank each and every one of you who has been kind enough to send your 50 Rand contributions. We really appreciate it at Paseta, and we don't take it lightly that you guys have trusted us with this a few thousand rands that we have got of donations ever since after the gala dinner. So thank you so much, guys, for trusting on us. So the issue with the challenges that I'm facing is negotiation of price with in terms of the material, because we are not buying only one pallet of bricks. We're buying quite a few. We are not buying one bag of cement. We're buying thousands rands of cement. We are not buying 1 ton of sand. It's things like that. But after negotiating that, then there's the issue of negotiating the labor cost. Labor costs are set per day, and that's the big challenge. You don't have patriotics that will say, you know what, labor is 350 per day, but because it's you, Paseta, I will do it for 250, for example. So that is my biggest challenge, because the money is not enough. It's not enough. But we'll see what's going to happen today. Buy the material money is there. The labor money, we'll see how we can break it down as we negotiate with the construction company, and getting the labor that we need, and nothing more, nothing less. Getting the material that we need, and nothing more, nothing less. That is the big thing that is happening here. So pray for us, guys. It's not easy what we are doing. And unfortunately for me, the team of Paseta, I'm the only one who's in Northern Cape, where we are building the school. So the other guys are in Eastern Cape, the other ones are in Gauteng, Limpopo, I'm in Free State. So we are spread as Paseta, the team of the founding members. So I have to face these guys alone, but I do make calls and make sure that the rest of the team is communicating with the guys. So the journey starts. This is part 2 of the building project. You guys know that we started with the signage wall. We have finished with the signage wall, but it needs the signs to be on there, the name of Paseta School to be on top of the wall. So that's something that we still need to do in the future, but we decided that can wait a little bit, and so we can get other things done. So yeah, it's a journey. We're recording it, and we are hoping that we will get favor from these construction companies and everyone who are working with. So yeah, I'll keep on updating you guys. Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is in Chiva, Sono, Ngwane, and we back at it again with another one. And this time around, I've got a hot topic for you guys. This is just me sharing my thoughts on the judgment that was given to the CIC. But not only that, I'm going to speak about Pan-Africanism today. I'm going to speak about Black consciousness, and I'm also going to speak about how important Black unity is. I am big at that. So that is the journey that I'm currently walking in my life, and I just want to share my thoughts on that. Let me start with Paseta. You guys, I'm sure I've inserted a clip here when I was driving to Buckley West to go and meet the constructor who is assisting us in building phase 1 of Paseta School. So I've met with him, and we went to the hardware where we went to go and check the quotation for the building material, everything that he needs to build phase 1. Not the entire phase 1, but you guys know we're starting at the gate and going into the guard room, going into the parking, going into the reception, then moving to the classroom, the school hall, then the classrooms, then the residential area. That is how we have chosen to break it down. So I can confirm that we have bought the material that is needed for the 2 wings of the gates, and we are going to start from there. And that money was a lot of thousands of rand, a lot of pallets of bricks, a lot of pallets of cement, sand, gravel sand, and all of those things. And I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. From the Paseta team, we would like to say thank you to each and every one of you who have sent 50 rand, 100 rand, 1,000, 1,500 rand, whoever has sent money to support us to build the school. As we are being distracted by all of these things that are happening in our community, let us stay focused on building a school for the future generation. I'd like to thank you so much. The labor cost, we don't have the entire total that the men has asked for. They are starting next week, Tuesday. I will be informing you guys as things go, but I would like you to continue to please support us in Paseta. Please continue to send your 50 rand contribution so we can make up a few thousand rands shorting for the labor cost. We really would appreciate your support. The people of end of the month, thank you so much for sending them, and I'll keep on updating you guys. I promise you. Want to know more about Paseta and everything that we are doing, go to the Paseta YouTube channel and you will find us there. And remember, I thank each and every one of you as responded for Paseta Namibia. I said we need more people in the team of Paseta Namibia. Hungry people who want to see the education system of Namibia changing, and so that they can empower the next generation of Namibia. If you're one of those people, send me a WhatsApp on these numbers or go on their Facebook page, Paseta Namibia, and send a comment or inbox them with your number so they can add you to a WhatsApp group where you can speak to the president of Namibia and the team of Namibia, which is President Dina. Please make sure that you contact those people there. And we will connect you. We'll make sure that you connect you. But you can't say on the comment section here that I must connect you. You must go on those on the Facebook or send us a WhatsApp and we will connect you, or go on our website. Okay, sorry for that long introduction, but I needed to get that Paseta stuff. I'm really excited, guys. I'm just tired now. You can't see it, but I'm excited. When we paid that material off, it gave me a new sense of hope, because there's so many distractions that are happening in our community, and I don't want us as African people, when we look back 10 years from now, 5 years from now, and all we see is all of these distractions that have been happening every month, every year, and we have built nothing. Some people are not going to catch this Paseta thing right now, but later on, many people are going to see what we are doing is for the next generation and it's for the African child. Okay, I'm done talking. I'll talk about Paseta on the YouTube channel of Paseta. Okay, so I want to speak about Pan-Africanism. I was in a conversation with a brother of mine, Moss, of More Creative TV. You guys know More Creative TV. Those are bigger channels than mine. I've got big brothers in on the podcast space. Tati Mashian with Politically Incorrect and Moss. They are big to me because what they say and what they do and the quality that they produce in their channels, I just think they are much better than King Says So. So those are big channels for me. And I look up to them. I listen to their advice. They are always WhatsApping me. We're always talking. But Utamosi, when I spoke to him, he was a very concerned person about the Pan-Africanist route, just how much black unity actually means and everything. So I want to speak about something today. I want to speak about Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, I want to speak about Zambians. I want to speak about Congolese. I want to speak about Ghanaians, Nigerians, Malawians, and every African brother that is in South Africa and that believes that the EFF defends them. I want to speak about those people. I think if you are wise enough, you can see already where I'm going with this topic. I want to speak about people who claim to say they walk the path of Pan-Africanism. And I want to understand what type of sacrifices must be done for Pan-Africanism. I want to speak about the popularity of Julius Malema in Africa. And I also want to unfair comparison, but I want to compare it with the popularity of Captain Ibrahim Traore in Africa and in the entire world. Okay, let me start with Captain Ibrahim Traore. Captain Ibrahim Traore took his country by force, military. And he was saying the president is serving French, he's doing no good for the people of Burkina Faso, and he's not developing the country. Poverty has taken over the country. The inflation was too much, and Captain Ibrahim took that country and changed it within 24 months. Literally, in 24 months, that country was different. And the last time I checked, Burkina Faso is still the fastest growing economy in Africa right now. The last time I checked, I'm not sure where now, but the last time I checked, they were growing at crazy rates. Okay, so now Captain Ibrahim Traore was attacked once upon a time by the army general of the United States. He said something like that man is using the minerals of that country to do personal protection and whatever. And he was attacked by other people to say he is starting something, he's self-enriching himself there. The people of Burkina Faso stood up and said, hands off Captain Ibrahim Traore. The people of Burkina Faso, they stood up. They said, no. Remember, he said, I'm just going to take interim. And after taking for an interim time, I'm going to allow you guys to have elections again. After 2 years, 3 years, they said, no elections. Continue doing what you are doing. These are the people of Burkina Faso loving the interim president, which is the youngest president in Africa, or Captain Ibrahim Traore. They love him. The love spread to the entire African continent. You started seeing Pan-Africanists, Black consciousness leaders, political parties. You saw reporters. You saw citizens. You saw everyone in Africa saying, "Wow, look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. We love what we are seeing there, and we are in support of Captain Ibrahim Traore." Even going as far as saying, "Hands off Captain Ibrahim Traore." But not just saying it, the people took to the streets in New York. The people took into the streets in Kenya, in the UK, in South Africa. We took to the streets. People march in the entire African continent. You had pockets of marches happening everywhere in solidarity with Captain Ibrahim Traore, because he's an African figure that people see value in him and say this person is a person that we need to defend by all means. So I'm told manje. Mara manga ngithole manje uzongithola later. Ngiyaqhubeka. So that's where I got hope for Pan-Africanism. I'm like, every time when the other countries, the big countries in the world, try to attack one African country, when you stand up as Mali, when you stand up as Niger, when you stand up as Senegal and you say, don't touch this country, it gives us who are walking the journey of Pan-Africanism, that is oftenly described as a foolish path to walk. It gives us a lot of hope. What am I talking about? When Niger when Nigeria wanted to cut a lot of it, when they were cutting a lot of electricity from Niger and wanted to send the army of ECOWAS to go and deal with Niger because of the general took the powers from what was his name? Bassoum. What's the president that they took out? Mohamed Bassoum. They took the president out in Niger, and they wanted to attack Niger also because they said we cannot allow a coup in ECOWAS. Burkina Faso and Mali said, you touch Niger, we are going to stand up against you. Pan-Africanism and African unity at the best. When the young president took over in Senegal, you guys remember the best friend of Usman. Usman was arrested. Usman is like the Julius Malema of Senegal. He was arrested, but his friend, let me say his deputy, took over and became the president because he could not be a president because he led the student movement in Senegal, and the then government arrested him and kept him in jail, so he could not run for president. But his friend ran for that party and still won the elections, and they took over there. Now, when that president took over in, I'm just forgetting his name, you'll excuse me, but I'll put his pictures here. When the young man took over with two beautiful wives, he then said ECOWAS must leave Burkina Faso alone. What Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing there is perfect. And started putting some rules in Senegal, like, foreigners can't give birth here, coming from these Arab countries, because our women are not allowed to give birth that side. They are standing up for the rights of the Senegalese. I'm coming, I'm cooking. If you can allow me, I'll be cooking for you guys. The same goes with Mali. The general in Mali changed the language to describe French as the official language, came together with arms with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, have one passport, did this African unity thing properly, those three countries. And Guinea is joining. Other countries are joining to say, but what those people are doing is excellent. They've joined arms with, especially Captain Ibrahim Traore, with Russia that is standing with them, because you need one of the big houses, the powerhouses in the world if Africa is not uniting with you. But we started seeing that this is what African unity can potentially bring if our presidents can be united and leave all their personal issues aside and say, for the sake of Africa, we are going to unite. You've got minerals, I've got minerals. We can work together with this thing. And that's where we are going with the Pan-Africanist movement. Okay. Let me bring it home, because I've been talking for some time now. In the African continent, one of the most well-known politician in Africa is Julius Malema. Well-known. Everybody knows Julius Malema. I don't think there's a young person or anyone interested in politics who does not know who the CIC is. You saw the reception that he got in Nigeria. Big. The whole entire world knows who Julius Malema is. In the UK, they are banning him for traveling to the UK. In the US, they want to pose sanctions on him. So, Julius Malema is a well-known politician. Well-known politician. Now, I'm getting to my point. Julius Malema then in 2018 does what he does there in the celebration of the EFF, anniversary of the EFF, takes a gun, automatic rifle, and fires it. They say it's fake or whatever, it's okay. Never mind. For me, for the point that I'm trying to make today, it doesn't make a difference. Because I've said, toy or real gun, that was a careless move for the CIC. That was a killer. And anyone who defends that is not okay in their head. Don't defend it. You can come and tell us about racism. We agree with you. You can tell us why did the co-accused not being found guilty, and all of those other things we can agree on. But for the fact that you felt the need to do that, you scored an own goal as the CIC. I want to get that one clear. I don't agree with what happened there. You know, considering that he's got a big target on his back. An international target. Everyone is targeting the CIC from South Africa to from AfriForum to the entire world. Everyone is targeting to see this man down, and the black political parties also wants to see him down. It's very difficult to live that type of a life where people want to see you go down. Okay. So now we saw the support that the CIC got from the EFF in Kabeja, and it was 3 days of reading of judgment. People went there thinking they are going for 1 day. They had to stay over 2 more nights because the judge could not read. The lights were too much, reading slow, taking breaks and everything. And some African people are defending that nonsense. The judge, doesn't matter as long as, it's fine. It's fine. You guys continue doing that. It's all right. So the people supported the CIC there. We support the CIC because we were too far. I said I was a little bit too far. I honestly wish I could have went there, but unfortunately, we couldn't, some of us. But now the question I'm asking is, all the African people who know that the CIC as political party, economic freedom fighters, goes to clinics, goes to schools, goes to the streets, goes to informal settlements and protect African rights, human rights of other African people according to the Constitution of South Africa. Where were those people? Where were the Zimbabweans? Where were the Nigerians? Angazuti now, or maybe uzongithola later. Where was the African unity in defending the CIC, or at least supporting the CIC in times of in hard times of needs? And like I said, it's self-inflicted. This nonsense. Case 7 years of pure torture at the court, where the judge was just dragging this thing up to a certain point where they could hand the judgment out. For me, it was unnecessary. But anyway, we are here either way. We are here either way. Like I said, that's not important to me. My question is, where is the love, African people? Where is the support? Where is the Nigerian people that can march in Nigeria in solidarity with the EFF? Where is the EFF of the other countries? The EFF is almost in all countries in Africa, if not like something like 20 countries in Africa. Where is the solidarity? Why are they not marching there? Where are you guys? EFF Lesotho, where are you guys? I know there's EFF in Uganda. Where are you guys? Where are you? Are you in support of your CIC, yes or no? Or are you waiting for him to go to jail? Because remember, after January next year, he will not see Parliament again. After his sentence of more than 12 months, and he will be sentenced more than 12 months, he will challenge it or whatever. But after that sentence is hand out in Parliament, there is going to move a motion to say, but we can't have this person here. This person is sentenced. We can't build a precedent where a person is sentenced and convicted of a crime, and we keep him in Parliament. After January next year, there's no more CIC in Parliament. When do you guys want to support the CIC? Nina, anything support the CIC. And how do you then support the CIC? is the support that you are giving now equivalent to how the CIC supports you as South Africans and the entire African continent. So as we were speaking with Utamos, he said, and I kept on mentioning this, and like, fighters will fight me, it's fine. I said the EFF needed to focus all its energy on Northwest, because the EFF is the second biggest party in Northwest after the ANC. They were the second biggest political party in Mpumalanga also after the ANC. The MK took that spot. Now the EFF is number 3. You need a province that you can say, this is my base. This province is an EFF province. I understand. Hopefully that should have been Limpopo, but Limpopo, the ANC is too strong in Limpopo. The EFF does not have a base in any province. It's spread. It has a national footprint, but no strong points. No metro. No municipality under them. No no province under them. No country under them. Where is the African support that is supposed to be supporting the CIC right now? Not a good look for us who are pushing this Pan-Africanist thing. Because if we can't unite when one of us is in trouble, then it shows the others who are watching Pan-Africanism from a distance that Pan-Africanism is weak. Because Pan-Africanism operates on the principle of one for all and all for one. Or injury to one is injury to all type of a mentality. But is it really? Is it really? It's going to be a very stressful next how many months? 4 months, 5 months to go to November, December, January. 4 months to go to January. And it's going to be very difficult for the CIC mentally, psychologically, and I don't know if the team is good enough. Like I said, I need some digging, some serious investigative work on the judge. I need some serious fighting back so that the sentence must not be lowered, but it must be destroyed. The judgment must be reversed in the high constitutional court. But the chances of that happening is very slim. Like I said, he's got a favor that, in his favor, that his co-accused was not found guilty. And I see some lawyer experts on my comment section telling me why and whatnot. I hear you guys, but I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed today. I'm disappointed into how much Africans really wants to see unity. The MK people are flipping happy. I say, no, let him suffer, king. Let him suffer. He made a careless mistake. He did this, Let him suffer. Is that how you guys behave with your brothers and your children and your family members? When they make mistakes and whatever, you don't shield them. Not shield the mistake. Not shield the mistake. Can't shield the mistake. It's like if my child goes to school and does something stupid, take a stone and throw another child, and that child is hit on the head and is bleeding, whatever. I'm going to the school to make sure that my child carries the proper punishment for that act that he committed. But I will not stand to watch other people attack my child. I think that's how I view Pan-Africanism. Like, yeah, we are going here, but we are supporting this brother. But now you are doing too much now. We can't allow you now to finish one of our own. One thing I can promise you, and I can tell you for free, when it comes to African unity and somebody that speaks for the black child, Forget Andile Ngitama. Andile is being quiet these days, yo. We don't have anyone like the CIC in South Africa. And the enemy knows that. It's funny that we don't see it, but the enemy knows that. The enemy does not want the CIC to travel to UK. And mina ngiyayibona le fake Pan-Africanism yenu bafethu. I see it. You guys don't stand in solidarity with anything. Mzansi. In Africa. But free Palestine. Please. Stop that nonsense. Stop. Ngazo pali free Palestine on my comment section. Don't do that. The grandson of Nelson Mandela has been captured by the Israeli state. We have not closed their embassy here. We have not closed businesses from Israel. No one in Africa is punishing Israel for doing what they are doing, stopping aid to go to Israel. Nobody. No, all of these countries can stop Israel in a blink, but they are not doing it. And what do? We go back to our sickness. Let us negotiate. Can we ask them nicely to release their host? I mean, I don't have time for that nonsense. Fake love. Fake pretending as if you are behind something, but honestly you are not. Yeah, South Africans arrested there in Israel. I mean, they were taken hostage by the Israel army. Oh, what's going to happen? Nothing. We're going to negotiate. The next thing, we're going to get bodies back. And still, that will not even wake us up. Because we don't have this thing of all for one and one for all. We as long as banga capturanga mina or babam ngren. Oh my goodness. I know. Abunzima bafethu. Distraction after distraction, African child. When are we going to build things for ourselves? When are we going to build things for ourselves? When are we going to train the future generation military? Small children are being trained on how to handle firearms in Orania. Military training is part of the school program in Orania. Community putting hands together and building is part of the culture of the African people. Academia is an all-Africans university built for how much? 3 billion. They are building it. They are almost done. It's opening, I believe, 2027. It's opening its doors. When are we going to wake up, African people? When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? And I'm not saying Paseta is the only thing that is reviving and still keeping the hope of African people. There are so many other organizations. You just have to look around and support one. In Paseta, we are entering the education system. I'm sure we're going to clash heads with the Department of Education and our government, because they will see that we are actually doing something for the African child, something meaningful. When we clash heads with them, who is going to fight with us? Who's going to fight with us? In conclusion, I say this. Some of the love that Malema receives online is mostly fake. From our African brothers, from the EFF. Some did not even bother. The numbers that you saw there at court, some of those numbers can be compared to other people going to court. Mary Paddy Hood. Yes, the EFF is a big political party and everything. it's not on the same level as Jacob Zuma. The guy that you say is so hated, so foolish, so uneducated, it's not on the same level. And this is not a shot to the CIC, but it's not on the same level. It's not on the same level. Yeah, I've said my thoughts. Without notes, this is just me speaking to you guys. Hope you guys I've got something to speak about today to your friends and everything. And that is why we want to teach African unity in the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Not only teaching African history, not only teaching economics, not only teaching technology, not only teaching agriculture, but teaching the African children that you guys have to revive a new set of rules of how Africans treat each other. We, as the older generation, has failed to a large degree. It's time for you guys to build something new for Africa. Start in your country. Start there in Namibia. Start there in Uganda, Angola. Start there where Paseta is in Lesotho. Start there and build together as children. And we want to see a lot of Thomas Sankaras resurrecting in these children. Now, or maybe some later. So I ask those who love Julius Malema, do you feel like your support makes any difference? And like I said, I'm refuting this issue of saying going to let that be my closing point, my closing remarks. I don't agree with this thing of saying as a revolutionary going to prison is a badge of honor. No. It cannot be that we always want to see ourselves as the sheep that must be slaughtered. Underneath the system. We don't see ourselves above the system. We conform to the Roman Dutch law. Tina. It cannot be that we see the Roman Dutch law punishing us as a badge of honor. We are not our grandparents. Never. That nonsense stops in our generation. It must stop in our generation. It cannot. We are not going to sit under the whip of the corrupt system, punishing us, taking our mothers, taking our fathers, taking our heroes, and we say it's a badge of honor. Never. And imagine if all of the heroes were to sit in one room and say, what are you in here for? Patrice Lumumba, what are you in here for? Sankara, what are you in here for? What are you in here for? Imagine what the CIC is going to say compared to those other guys, why they were assassinated. Samora Michel, what is he going to say compared to those guys? What am I in here for? Why those guys were assassinated is serious issues. But we can't it's only a badge of honor to us to be punished by other races, by other systems. It cannot be. No, it stops here. We don't celebrate going to jail anymore. We need you outside fighting with us. No one of us is going in for wrong, stupid reasons. We are fighting, all of us. We are fighting. We are standing there. Nobody. But hey, ngoba siyasaba ukulwa. Hey, siyasaba. Oh. Everyone is looking at their own pocket like, hey, daughter, wait. I've got a family. This thing of fighting in the streets and throwing stones, I'm not going to be there. We cannot fight the system the same way our parents did, and our parents did not win. What type of madness is that? Us repeating the same tactics that our parents did, just to end up in the same prison cells that our parents did, and to say it's a badge of honor. Never. I'm not part of that group. Sorry. We've got schools to build. No. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Click the subscribe button. Let's grow the channel, and let's make sure that King Said So has got a wider voice that can echo throughout the African continent. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute.